Good morning, and thank you for joining me today on a special broadcast for our team strength. I think there are some other teams that have joined this broadcast as well. So welcome, and I hope that this short training, which is intended to increase the results of your mixers. Now, I'm here to warn you. This will add a level of fun to many of your mixers. It is something that's simply duplicated. It can be duplicated by anybody. So don't overlook the simplicity of it, because as we know, whether you've been here for a couple weeks in AdvoCare, beginning your journey, or a couple years, that is the key to success, to obviously teach, train, mentor, and duplicate the very fundamentals of AdvoCare to help people be most effective with the limited time they have and get the most out of their time and energy with the people they pour it into. So here's a little background. Today's training is about your mixers, right? It's going to increase the level of connection. It's going to pull your audience in, and it's going to, I'm going to encourage you to do a little exercise with them that creates active participation. So that's my goal for today. So we have pretty short training, and I want you to know I'm going to put up two documents on the right-hand side of your screen before we finish this broadcast, where I think it should work, that you can access these two documents. That one is just an event flow of a mixer. We have this. You have it on Matt Warren's website, and I'm not here to change anything with that. This isn't, again, a big change of any sort. It's just something I found to be very, very successful. And I tell you what, I came across the idea, the books you read, the people you're around, just your experience, those are things that inspire you. And I'm literally sitting at the pool. Nicole and I celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary this past June. And I have a thought. And it was this, which I'm going to share with you today. So it's going to be a little bit of a broadcast like this, but I'm going to show you just a few slides to paint the picture of where we're going. But I warn you, this is going to be fun. I encourage you, and cannot wait to hear the results that you have from your mixers. And to go right into this, I'm going to get the slides up and then cover a couple just challenges of why I was even thinking about this. Because those of you on our team that know me, and that's what's great about the Success System. There's many different tools and avenues for which we get to bring the message of AdvoCare, the products and the opportunity to the people we know and like. And I will just be honest, and again, many of you know this, mixers were my least favorite. And they were my least favorite for the challenges I want to represent and set this training up with, so that you kind of know where we're coming from and what I feel that a lot of people have challenges with in their mixers. So let's get right to that. So with this active participation model of a mixer, you see here where we're going. I want to talk about the primary goal of a mixer. Let's just put this out there, right? Just as good reminders for a new distributor and all of us that have been here for a while and have done many mixers. I don't want you to ever forget the primary goal of a mixer is to get people started on product. All right, number one, get people started on product. That's why you're gathering. That's why they're coming to learn about these world-class products. Number two, establish a definite future. And here's something that often is overlooked or missed. Both of them. I mean, it begins to be the problem if that's our primary focus. Sometimes we lose our focus and neither one of these things happen. But establish a definite future. What I mean by that is scheduling another appointment or mixer from that meeting. See, you're putting your time and energy into building relationships, connecting with people, being relevant. And isn't it the kind of the most frustrating thing that you spend an hour and a half with, say, 3, 4, 5 people, whatever the group number is, and they got to think about it. They've got to go talk to their husband or their wife. So this is where this is coming from. Again, this is going to be really quick on these slides, but here's the common challenges and what I want to set up the training with and where I'm coming from and where my thoughts have been. And again, we've been with AdvoCare for 6.5 years, so it's kind of wish I would have thought of this sooner, but this is the challenge, right? And there's probably a couple others on this that people have that I didn't put up there. But common challenges: connecting with a group of people, 3 or more people. Seriously, why do I not like mixers as a favorite way, a way that I've had great success in connecting with people? Is because if there's 3 or more in the room, I can't really get down to the personal issues, concerns, interests that each individual has. Because if you begin to walk down that road in a group form of question and answer, again, it can go positive or negative, right? As far as someone, just, again, says what's on their mind as you want them to, but is not what the other 2 people beside them, because they don't know each other, don't come from the same need or background or interest, it just throws the whole thing off. So you end up trying to talk to one person while the other 2 you're kind of neglecting. Okay. Now, obviously, you hopefully have a teammate there that's brought you in its third-party credibility that's there to help, and that's where I'm saying maybe 3 or more is difficult because it may be just you and your teammate and then 3 prospects. Well, you can only deal with one person kind of at a time, and that's where, again, my struggles or lack of use, I guess, to a high level of mixers is because I just find that to be a challenge. And if I'm going to spend time with people, let's get right to the heart of it. And I find the 2-on-1s or 3-way phone calls and 1-on-1 appointments are the best way to do it. But now it's changed. I think what I'm presenting to you, I have experienced it, I've put it to use and practice, will help us overcome these challenges. So lots of factual information to share. So I find a lot of people, especially new, right? You follow the flow and you go over all the guiding principles, the foundation, which is so important, the 24-day challenge. And before you know it, just that itself took 40 minutes. So there's just a lot of facts there. And I'm going to talk more about that as we go forward. Keep your presentation timely. So what I said there, 40 to 45 minutes should be the max time of your actual presentation. It really should be. And here's why. Because here's what is the 2 most important parts of a mixer and a gathering is the first 15 to 20 minutes before it starts and the 15 to 20 minutes after you finished. Total time, an hour, right? An hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes to 30 minutes max. You got to get people home. Well, if I spent an hour presenting, I've got 5 people in the room and there's only 2 of us there to help, guess what? Odds are you're probably going to miss a couple people. They're going to need to get home to their families or get on to today's ball games. So, and here's another thing. Let's be real. Some people are uncomfortable sharing the numbers, presenting the numbers. And I mean, not just the full relationships, but I mean actually the discount levels and how they're achieved. And when, okay, advisor, and you say $2,100. What? You've lost everybody, that's all they heard, and they aren't listening to a thing you say afterwards. So this is why we practice, and this is why we teach, and Max Warren has done a fantastic job. We have these presentation slides. I'm not looking to change that or say they're bad. Do not take it that way. I'm just going to give you an exercise that I think can help, and you make it yours. But again, I have an event flow that I'll share with you after this, at the end of this training, that I like to use now, and I'll explain more about it. And then the last thing I have, you see it there, helping people take immediate action, start now. Again, the problem with the numbers, personal connection, and helping people get started on products that they came there in the first place to do. I mean, seriously, if they came there, and given what you guys know, the stories that you're going to share, okay, the connection that you should make, there is very little percentage that someone would not start on products that day. Okay, leave that appointment, leave that mixture without a plan of action. So that's where this is coming from. So here's what it is, this exercise, and we're going to go more into it, but I'm going to get to the slides first. It's an active participation. You ever think about, teaching in a classroom? And that my wife's a high school science teacher, so I was thinking about her and all these different things were kind of in the books I was reading at the point, and then just had time to relax and let my mind kind of process some things. And I thought, a light bulb moment. Isn't it so much more effective when you are being taught something? Think of yourself. You are hearing a presentation that if the presenter, the teacher, the trainer, whatever it is, actively draws you in, meaning you have to actually put pen to paper, you maybe be asked some questions or whatever it may be, that you have to be alert, you have to be focused, you have to be listening. And when you listen, right, there's a higher likelihood you're going to connect to the trainer, the teacher, the presenter. You're going to hear the message. So just keep in that frame of mind, please, with me. And I simply now add what we know about a mixer, how we do things. Everyone gets a spark, the meet and greet, getting to know people, making sure you're introducing yourself, connecting before the presentation even begins. All that being said, you can use whatever web slides you want. If you plug in your HDMI to your TV, you're using a projector, or you know what, you just have an Impact magazine out. Whatever you choose to do that's your style. Okay, we all are presenting the same information. But now imagine this. You add, everyone gets a sheet of paper. One sheet, blank paper, could be printer paper, line paper, it doesn't matter. Make sure everyone's got a pen. What does that do when someone gives that to you? Are you thinking, oh, okay, you're just a little bit more alert. I better be paying attention already. It is subliminal to that effect. So then, at a point in time in your mixer, and again, the flow I will share with you in that document, but let me give you an idea. You start off your mixer as you do, the introduction, why we're here, the purpose of the gathering, why we thought of you, so on and so forth. Then you go into the foundation of Advocare. And then you go into, you immediately share, after you share the foundation, the PsyMed board, Sports Advisory Council, non-paid endorsers, informed choice. You go to the sixth pillar of strength, I would call that, because those are 6 things right there. Founding principles, the values that guide us, right? PsyMed board, okay, they design and formulate the product. The elite in their own areas of medical expertise, medical or fitness or performance. Sports Advisory Council, again, just validation upon validation. Non-paid endorsers. Informed choice, the highest testing standard known in the marketplace to assure that our products are what they're said to be. And then the number 6 is the products work. Guess what they're there for? They really care most about the products work. So while all those are factual and they are of absolute importance and awesome, and that's what's so great and easy, simple for us to share it, Advocare with strength, I want to encourage you right there when you do that, don't take 10 minutes to do it. Take 5 at the max. At the max, because those are all facts, and there's too many facts there. Okay, let's get to the good part, which is what this mixer is, and here's what we're going to transition to. You 2 product stories. Okay, so then you got 2 product stories. Then, you explain the 24-day challenge, how they got those results. And that could be 2 to 3 product stories, depending on what's in the room. More stories, the better. If the people keep it packaged and tight, and you've worked with them to do that. But the point I'm getting at is that. Now imagine you've just done the 24-day challenge. They've already heard stories in the room or on the DVD or from you, whatever it is. They've heard stories of validation that the products work. They see the enthusiasm. They see the excitement. They see the results in your face. They hear it in your words. They see it in your posture. Then imagine right then and there, hey guys, that piece of paper I handed to you, you got given to you before, right when you walked in or before we started, please draw a line down the center of that page vertically. And on the left-hand side, write your health. Okay? And then here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Very simple exercise with me. Thanks so much for your participation. And I'm going to let you know right now, before you put anything else on that paper, this is for you. This is your individual, private if you want to keep it private page. But you'll see why I'm asking you to do this and how this is going to allow us to help you achieve what you want. So I have one question. Please list 2 things. 1 or 2 things, at least 1, but 2 things I'd ask that you'd like to most improve about your health, fitness, wellness, and performance. Okay? Then give them some examples as they're beginning to put pen to paper. Remember, teacher in a classroom, what's drawing someone in? Active demonstration, active participation. They're now on the edge of their seat. They're listening now. They're having to think about why they're here. And you know what this is doing? You're giving them control of the entire process. This is about them. It's always about what's in it for me, to the person you're presenting this to. Okay, and the ones that are successful in Advocare are simply very good and have get better and better and more skilled at achieving just that. And that's a whole other training, but that's about being relevant. That's asking good questions. It's listening and then providing a solution based on what they said to you. But the point is, this is what's going to make it a higher percentage for anybody. everybody that hosts a mixer presents to do just that. That's my goal and intention of even sharing this training with you. Okay, so when you're giving them examples, to drop a dress size, okay, more energy, increase performance. So that's what the idea here. List 2 things you'd like to improve about your health, fitness, wellness, or performance. And then, great. Guys, give them 60 to 90 seconds. This isn't a lot of time. It's real simple, 2 things. And the second thing, here's what I'd like you to do. Just take another 60 seconds for me. So we're talking 2 minutes. Could you please write underneath each one of those 2 why that is important to you? And what I'm asking there, why does it matter? Okay, and as they're writing, I'm going to be, again, a teacher and a coach. I would continue to expand upon that. And I mean, what I'm saying about that is if that doesn't change today, what will that look like 6 months from now? Will that problem still be there? Will it be worse? What will that not allow you to do in life that you really would like to do because you didn't improve that area of your health, your fitness, your wellness, or performance? So that's what I mean about it. And so I'm talking over that as I'm giving them 60 to 90 seconds to fill that out. Okay? Keep moving. Simple, right? Hopefully you're feeling where I'm going. Guys, and then what we would do there, you leave it like that. You got that, they've written it, you don't do anything with it right then and there. You're moving on to presenting the 4 relationships. This is where you would introduce that. And you might say something to the effect of, great, and thank you guys for writing that down. We're going to come back to that page. But as you've heard, how great the company is, the products, who designs it, the stories in the room, the amazing product program that most people start with to give them the success, a great start to achieve the lifestyle that they're after, to give them control and gain control of their health. But what I want to also let you know right here, right now, is what's so cool about Abacare is that while all those things are true and they do just that, you get to actually participate in this process. So you've already laid the seed of participating, right, by that exercise. Now you go to the 4 relationships and you get to actually participate and choose how much, how you get those products and how much you pay for them. And here's what I mean. And it'll just take 2 minutes to do that. People buy retail. We know this. The member at a discount. You're a 20% member at a discount. It gives you your own account. You have personal control of your health. You order what you want, when you want, no requirements, no minimums. You don't have to tell the person you're taking a product. But you know what? You get me. You get Sam. You get Susie. You get us, this team, as a resource, as a plentiful resource to help coach, support, and guide you to the success you want. Those things you just wrote down to help you improve and achieve that. How many of you that wrote something down, wrote down important, have already tried to address that and have been disappointed? How many of you had real coaching and a professional accountability to help see you through that and make sure you are successful? I'm improvising here. This is what I would say to some degree, depending on the feel in the room, how much I've connected with people at the beginning before I even started. Remember, the first 15 to 20 minutes is so important, as is the last 15 to 20 minutes after the presentation. So that's where the skill gets improved, your connection, your relevance. So feed and weave that in with your 4 relationships. So moving on from there, so you've done that. Now you're going to transition to the business opportunity, the inherent opportunity that comes with these world-class products. And you simply transition by that by saying equally powerful, and what I think is our best product is the inherent opportunity to help others and build a business of your own, if that's something of interest to you. Okay? And then what you do, segue right there, have 2 stories at least, maybe 2 in addition to yours, prepared to share on the business side, an income story. Again, DVD, impact, or the stories in the room, preferably. Then you transition to the exercise that's on the screen. Okay, guys, we're going to get that. So here are the 2 stories. You haven't shared yours yet. Okay, you haven't shared yours yet. And then you go to, on the right-hand side of the screen, let's get that paper out again. We pull that. And right across the top on the right-hand side, your health. So your health. And then we're going to go through very similar to what you see on the screen. Okay, I'm going to keep moving because I think you understand what I'm saying, but it's really important there. Let's do things you want more of in your life. And then as a good coach, I'm going to speak, kind of lead, give them ideas as they're writing, where I would say that. Okay, and that's simply, is it more, for example, is it more time? Do you find you're in time debt? Do you find it's just, you're always scrambling from day to day? Do you want more impact? You're someone who really has a heart for helping people, but would currently don't have really a vehicle or a way in your life to bring happiness to others, to feel that you're giving back to your community, that you're doing good things for those around you, and more income, just flat out. Would you like to have more income? What I'm saying is I'm talking this over as they're writing that out personally of interest to them. It gives you, who wants more options? So what do you want more of in your life that you don't currently have? And you know where I'm going with that. Then take another 60 seconds to explain to me why that's important under each one of those two things you listed. And why does it matter? And this is really critical, and I'm speaking to the group. This is really critical to understand why does it matter, because this is an extraordinary vehicle and opportunity that we're here to share with you. And you just heard two amazing stories. There is so much here, and we're not going to cover all of that. And it all starts with you, and you being, obviously putting these products in your body, achieving the results you personally desire, but all the while knowing there's so much more here. That's how every one of us, most of us, started. And I just want you to be aware of it, and I'm asking this question so that, again, if you'd like to share it with us, it's your call, that we can identify a clear plan on how to help you have those things that you want more of in your life. So you're connecting. It's a real connectable opportunity. All right. So the next line here, what you're doing is you're including them in the presentation. Okay, you're doing that. So I've done that right side of the piece of paper. We've got that. Okay, and then at that point, as they have filled that out, before I go to write what the next thing is, when I flip the paper over, I'm going to share my story. The host should share their story. Should be obviously very well packaged, impactful, and you're tying everything together and making it relevant to those in the room that you got to meet and greet and connect with before the mixer. Okay? And what you're seeing here is emotion. Stories are the biggest part of all of this. So less facts, okay, and more time connecting and actively participating, engaging with the audience, the group, to help pull out the things that you and I are responsible for learning. We can't begin to help if we don't know what they want. Okay, we can see what they need, but if we don't know what they want, that's where you oftentimes get very frustrated and fail, and they have to go and talk to their spouse or don't take action at that very point. We know there's a world of hurt out there. We know there's many solutions that Advocare provides that are the utmost importance and fundamental to the well-being of every human being's life. So if we know that, you believe that, then we just got to get really good at a couple of these things to help us draw that out, to get to be quicker at understanding a person on an individual basis, to help them move forward. No reason to delay or drag out your potential success or your improvement in your life and achieving these goals with all that you guys have just shared with them, right? So that's why I'm excited about this exercise. So so after that you're sharing your story, and you're really driving that home, okay? And you within your story, I would then bring back up the very fact of now expanding upon the 4 relationships, just for a minute, what the difference is between option 3 and option 4, and how that option, that decision that you made, okay, it's an intentional decision. The difference between 3 and 4 is just that of a decision. I saw an opportunity to immediately give back to people, to help people around me that I see who want what I want, that are hurting in the areas of health, fitness, wellness, performance, whatever it may be, but I saw it. And Advocare made it so simple for me to take a small step, to take the challenge, quote unquote, with the things that it provides, that I went right to the advisor, and I began to build a mindset of one of a business owner. I wanted to do that. So you weave that in, and you clearly identify 3 and 4. So you're setting the pace here, and you're setting the stage for what's going to come. So then I asked them, okay, guys, last thing on this piece of paper, and this is how we're going to close out the mixer, because people don't know how to present the numbers, they're uncomfortable, they don't know how to close, call to action. Well, here we go. Turn the page over, draw a line down the center, just like you did in the front. On the left-hand side, please write benefits of a member at a discount. Benefits of a member at a discount. Okay? And then I would go through those things exactly. And again, the sheet will be here in a minute But just what I would say, number one, please write down discount on products to 20 to 30%. 2, no monthly minimums. No requirements to sell or buy anything. Okay, this is the benefits of a member at a discount. Number 3, you get your own personal website. Number 4, you earn income. You can earn income 2 ways, just by falling forward, living a health, getting control of your health, and people taking an interest in what you've achieved, and they see the results, and they ask, what have you been doing? And where do I get it? You know, have fun with that, right? Lots of fun. And then number 5, it's a $50 annual renewal. That is it. Just like your Sam's Club or Costco or any membership that you have where you get a discount on the goods or services. That's it, the only thing, $50 annual renewal. Great, clear, simple, we all can do this. Have you noticed I have not gone to discount levels, haven't talked about 2100, haven't done any of this, you see? On the other page, on the other side, please write benefits of advisor. Okay? And all I want, what I want you to write here is say all the benefits of a member plus. Write a big plus, because this is what I was referring to in my story, and why the 3 stories you heard today are even possible, because of these benefits that made it very simple for us to make sure that we put ourselves in the best position to win, for good things to begin to happen for us, for us to achieve our goals or get closer to the life that we've always wanted. So number 1, maximum savings, 40%. Please write down maximum savings, 40%. Maximum profitability, 40% on retail sales. Maximum profitability, 40% on retail. 3, you get to earn income all 5 ways this company makes available. All 5 ways, not just 2, but you earn income all 5 ways. Number 4, you're eligible to earn rookie bonuses and incentives. The rookie bonus and incentives. So trips and different incentives that the company puts out, which are a lot of fun and amazing. Period, right? I don't have to go into everything, just that. And number 5, this is what I referred to, that the Advocare made it even, with the benefits advisor, made it so, well, simple and risk-free for an opportunity to see what this could do for me and my family and those around me. And what I mean by that is number 5 is a 12-month satisfaction guarantee. See, I can return any unopened and undamaged product, and I have a full year to do so. If I feel the products didn't work, they didn't add value to me, I just didn't like them, or you know what, I changed my mind. I don't have to give a reason or excuse. I have 12 months. And this is where I would insert this a little bit more, that you see, you're going to do a 20/40 challenge or some product program. And let's be honest, are you not going to have a clear answer if these products helped you, that the products helped you, or that your coach helped you, they did what they said they were going to do, and you achieved a better result within 30 days? Would that be fair to say? So that's what I thought too. See, you're engaging, you're interacting, you're pulling them in, you're talking, you're conversing, but not question and answer, so to speak. So I don't care if there's 25 people in the room. I can have this conversation and do this because of this exercise now. I can connect with everybody because they've written down what matters to them. And I've walked them through a close where they're in control. They're closing this down. Okay? Like everyone's all fearful of close and how do I ask for a sale, or is it this? And, you know, again, that's a whole nother training, because if you don't ask for a sale, you don't get to this point, you can never begin to help people. Let's be real. So I better get out of my own way and not be fearful of that, what they think, because if I don't get the products in their body, I can't begin to show them what the products can do and what I can do. But it was a risk-free opportunity. And because of that, I mean, let's be honest, I'm not going to ingest all products at once. You know, every product at once. I'm going to do one program, and I'm going to know if it worked or not. And if it didn't, I can return it. Fair enough, guys? That's what I thought. Me too. And number 6, last one, business ownership. I don't know where you're at. I look forward to seeing what you wrote down that you want more of in your life and for your future. But if it's in the realm of that, of more income, more time, more options, freedom, a life that by your design, then I think you would probably be interested in that number 6 benefit that being an advisor gives you, business ownership. You call the shots. You do what you want. And you have help and support every step of the way to help you be successful. So that's the sheet. That's how I would close that out. And here's what that sheet looks like. Okay, again, I'm going to put it up here in a minute as the pop-in so you guys can access that. On our team Facebook site, our group page, you'll see it posted there here shortly today as well, in case this link doesn't work. I think it does because I'm using Dropbox. That's why I'm not sure how that link works. I'm going to pop it in right now. If I can. Well, great. There it is. Okay, it should be on the right-hand side of your screen now. With that. And I'm going to bring out the screen share here. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope that gives you the idea of what I was going with the mixture training to increase your results, to create your connection. And I want to draw your attention just here as we close out. I just wrote a few words here that I hope that you'll take notes on and be mindful of. And every mixture, every appointment for that matter that you have, every phone call you do, the goal is here. The goal is in these words of what you want to keep your mind's eye on. You want to keep your focus and attention, your energy and effort. And it's you want to connect with people, right? But in order to connect, you got to be relevant. Relevant to what their needs are, their interests, their goals. You want to provide proof. Okay? Any meeting you're having, mixers, especially what we're talking about, you can't forget the emotion. And this is what I was struggling with personally, because we're so professional, we've got it down so well, right? We go through the 6 pillars of strength. We do the 24-day challenge. We do the 4 relationships. We go to advisor and this and that conversation. But I tell you what I think personally I've been missing enough of is emotion. And I mean that more stories. Don't worry about being so polished and perfect. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because the rule of thumb is statistically 20% credibility, 10% facts, 70% emotion. The emotion, I don't mean we're sitting there to create fake tears for the sake of saying we have emotion. I mean from the stories that you're sharing. You're even pointing at an Impact magazine. But your own story, your own enthusiasm, passion, those are emotion. And people, I say this, you know, let's face it, people move on emotion. They choose what they want. That's why I firmly believe there's not a price objection. Guys, let's be real. No offense to any other business out there of what they do, but I just particularly one that I've seen and recently heard from, you know, some various people, but that have made comments about that. They've attended a jewelry party, for example, and they'll say, ladies, there's 6 to 8 ladies in a room, and they won't think twice about dropping $250, $300 on costume jewelry, a necklace, a bracelet, earrings. They're buying something to make because they think that it makes them feel good. It looks good. It'll make them look better. It'll feel good. Guys, what do we do? And I hope you believe in your heart what we do is a whole lot more impactful, meaningful, sustainable feeling. Let's get people control of their health. They will look, feel, and perform better. So it's never a question of the price. It really is not. And no, again, no disrespect. I'm taking a good thing from what I just said, and I hope you do too. It's emotion. So don't leave that out. And I hope this exercise will help you pull that emotion out of somebody that you, otherwise it'd be kind of a dry teacher in front of the classroom. They're halfway paying attention. You're just saying some things and they heard this, that, and the other. And then, oh, I got to go home. You had no connection. You didn't draw anything out. So now envision with me the end of your mixture. You have that sheet. They have it. They're going to keep it. But guess what? I say thank you so much for joining me tonight, coming and allowing me to meet you, get to know a little bit more of each of you, and I very much look forward to working with you guys and helping you achieve what you wrote down. Now again, I said it's yours to keep, for your eyes only if that's what you choose, but here's what I'd ask you to do. I hope it's been of value to you and you see why the person that invited you thought of you and wanted you to come hear this and see this. Now is very important and an opportunity since we're here, and this is what we're here to do, get you started on the path that gives you what you want. This sheet, the very front of it, your health, your future, will help us do that. So I hope you will choose to share it with the person that brought you so that they can help you get started today. All right? So my question is, who wants their help first? And who's ready to get started? Okay. Would that not be a great close? Pretty simple. And the other part, and last part, is don't ever forget what's next. And here's why I say that. Yes, what's on the calendar, an impending event. You know, Cleveland, Ohio on the 29th. Okay. Success School, because it's so close. Business opportunity meeting. But most importantly, all those things, know your calendar and what's next. You're planting the seed for this. Have another mixer scheduled for that very place where you're at, for the people that are attending, and say, or make it offer at least that, guys, I want you to know that we're going to have another mixer here next week, same time, same place, for you to now bring the people that you surely were thinking of that would like to have this information as well, would like to have our coaching and support too. What I'm saying there is don't forget the importance of the definite future and creating that environment where the person that just heard all this is going to get started, they're ready to go, doesn't start thinking, oh, what do I have to do to bring people? No, they're going to cultivate that environment for me. All I need to do is same place, same time, bring people that I'm thinking of, and they're going to hear what I just heard. These people are great people. They're going to do awesome for me. So that's another thing that I see a mistake in mixers, the definite future. We put that on that person. Oh, she did a qualifying order. They did an advisor. Woo, we're ready. We did great. Well, what's next? That person's thinking, oh, gosh. You know, what are they thinking? Put yourself in their place. Well, how do I go about talking to people? Will Brock be able to do this for me? Oh, man, he didn't say anything about that. I don't know. Boy, I don't know if I want to ask him. He seems pretty busy. Whatever. Make it very clear. Guys, what's next is this. We're going to get started and help you right now. I also want you to know we're going to help you help the other people you're already thinking of today, because we're going to have a mixer right here next week, same time, for you and the people that you want to bring. So I'd ask you, as you're getting set up, let the person know that's working with you, that's helping you tonight, let them know if that's something you want to take advantage of, because that's how we help many people get control of their health. So thank you so much. We're finished for right now. It's going to help you get started, and we're right on time. We have plenty of time to help you make sure you get what you came here to get. Thank you so much. Boom. Music comes on. You're done. Now, when you might be asking, what do I do? Brock, you didn't mention 500. You mentioned 1,500. You didn't mention the levels. Guys, I personally believe that unless, again, it's a very, very small group, they knew each other, and you're a veteran, there's no need to get into that. And when someone says, hey, Brock, well, what does that cost, that advisor, as we're writing out benefits to advisor? It's a great question, Sam. And I'm going to tell you, I will answer that with you and talk to you more about that, because that's of interest to you. It may not be to everybody else, or whatever you want to say there, that we get into the details of how that is. But I will tell you this, it's a one-time larger order of these products that you have whole say of what you want, based on your personal needs, your family's needs, and those, if you have a mindset to share it with others, of those that you're thinking of right now. So I'll give you an example. This is how I would answer that. I would say just this. It would be 12 sets of the 24-day challenge, for an example. Now, there's many different product programs you can do based on your goals, but that's what it would be. So one for you and your wife, Sam, and 5 other couples. That's what that would be. Do you not think that's a much better answer than saying, well, great question, it's $3,000 worth of product, Sam. It doesn't cost you $3,000, it's $2,100. So you get 30%. Blah, 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 blah. Think of the other people in the room that just said, what? What did he ask him? $2,100 what? That's my opinion, and I hope, again, if you're on someone else's team and you're seeing this, that, hey, you do what you want. That's just what I've come to find over these years and working with people that's best to do. And then I will get into depth. I'd answer this question. I will address it specifically, writing out those on his page, on that back page, those discount levels. Because if you notice, you're not writing down a whole lot. So you got plenty of room on the paper to write down things such as the products you would recommend on the first page, as on the back page, how advisor is achieved. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Last two, action. Overcome those challenges, getting people to take action, and let's define a definite course of action, a definite future. What are we going to do next? Don't forget that as you do your mixers. I hope this has been extremely helpful to you. I hope that downloaded fine, and if it didn't, you can please contact me and we'll get that to you if you'd like it. And again, on our team, you'll see it on our team Facebook group page here shortly this afternoon. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you at Success School.